What's the role of the Democratic leader in all this? I mean, I think people understand that they elect a representative. That representative goes and votes on statewide issues, but through the prism of their own district and their constituents. When you become a leader of a caucus, that some of those calculations may need to change in order to get good results for the state. How do you work with your own colleagues, and then how do you work with your Republican colleagues in this new role?
Yeah, I think in the time I've been involved in Kansas politics, and this is my 8th year in Topeka and my second session as the minority leader or Democratic leader, I've watched each individual govern in a different way. I was involved in politics before that, and so I saw a couple of minority leaders while we were under a Republican administration. And I think if you're in a system where you have a Republican supermajority and a Republican governor, what we've seen is you have no ability pretty much to impact most policies. They might need your vote on a committee bill to get it out of committee, but then they're going to do whatever they need to on the floor. I knew that in Governor Kelly's last 2 years, her 8-year term, that while we lost seats and we're dealing with an expanded supermajority, that we needed a leader that can not only unite the 37 Democrats in our caucus, but also that can work with some of the folks in the 88 on the other side. And so I think when you become leader, you're kind of pulled into multiple directions. You've got the progressive wing of my party who wants to make sure that we are holding people accountable and fighting for all the issues, rightfully so. While you also have this more seasoned kind of centrist portion of our caucus, as well as these traditional Republicans who, you've got the vulnerable Republicans in areas where they're looking over their shoulder because they don't want to lose their election in 2026. Yet you also have these people who are willing to stand up for what's right and are just incredibly principled. And so my job as leader is to find the people. If it's a veto override, I only need to find 5 Republicans out of 88 to vote with us to sustain the governor's veto. When we're passing policy, even just this week, there were a couple of bills that we looked at that they said, unless we have Democratic votes, we cannot pass this. And so that gets us to the negotiating table to say, we can get you these 10 or 12 votes you need, but we need to see A, B, and C in the bill. And if not, we're walking away.